So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tokyo Wrestling. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are playing our Attitude Era save, and we are in 1999. 2 weeks away from the Backlash pay-per-view. That's coming up next in week number 4, Sunday of April. We are in week number 2 of Sunday, so just about 2 weeks to go until we get there. We are in full swing with our brand split. All our storylines at the moment going on, including, we're obviously still continuing the Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin story, but that's now transitioning over to Shamrock and Austin for now. Kane's getting himself involved, and Kane will probably face Hulk Hogan next for the championship, so 2 big matches happening at the pay-per-view. Over the Smackdown side of things, a triple threat match with Taker, Rock, and Mankind. Bit of work to be done with the storyline hit a little bit low at the moment, so hoping we can pick that up in the near future. So far, Smackdown haven't had a really great show yet on Smackdown. We're still trying to get, I guess, the kinks out of the brand, just trying to figure things out, but at the moment, just struggling a little bit to get Smackdown where we want it to be. But lots of new characters have been debuting, lots of new things have been going on, so we are certainly trying to figure it all out. So lots of new things we have to try and establish, new characters, new gimmicks, turning people, still signing people, debuting people. It's a crazy time in the save. It's a crazy time, but it's a hectic time that I'm very excited to see the end result for. I think it's going to be a very, very good period. At the moment, we are currently sitting at 84 popularity in the USA, and if you want to check the competition out with WCW and see what they're at, they're currently sitting at 77, 78-ish, 81 in their best region, so they're still hanging in there. The old dog won't go away, it's still hanging in there, it won't die, and as far as I know, they've still got plenty of money. I think they've got more money than us, so financially they're strong. Their position is sliding a little bit, but they're still in a pretty good stead at the moment. So the war is certainly on at the moment, and ECW is not too far away from moving into being a cult size, just 4 more points away from being that spot. So some good stuff happening across the world, and obviously All Japan, CMLL, New Japan, AAA, all killing it at the moment as well. So plenty of exciting stuff happening in the mod itself as we go ahead and we prepare to book some Sunday night heat. 67% backstage rating is not good at all. Triple H has improved his behavior. Well, that's a relief. Oh, we still brought it down to 65 now. Oh, great. Well, let's try it. The Rock. Everyone hates The Rock. Everyone hates Steve Austin. Who do we try and fix today? I'm going to go The Rock and Jim Ross. They see plenty of each other. Let's fix it. Yes. Success. Shawn Michaels, I will fix this. Trust me. It might take me until 2000, but I will fix these issues I've got. I've got 1 extra show per week to meddle in now. I'm going to fix this, Shawn. You can't beat me. We've got Raw vs. War. Let's take a look at the results. The Patriot is back. And let's have a look. He performed at 42, so what? 1 or 2 below his ability. He's got declining physical ability. He's also rusty, so he could probably do better. But he's declining. 37 years of age, declining. Dan Severn was very good for 61. Severn and Don Callis have no chemistry at all, so that's not good. So gimmick change to the Patriot, average. It was switched too soon after it's been a year, it's been 2 years. He hasn't had a match ever in the series. Too soon? Are you? Fuck out of here. Alright. Severn 61, Patriot 42. Open the show with Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan out there with Kane. So last week Kane, he chokeslammed Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan and ended up helping Steve Austin fend off the corporation. So Kane, well, Vince McMahon said, look, I will allow this one to slide. Last week, you slipped up, you made a mistake. The offer is still there. You can still join the corporation. All you have to do is speak and tell me that you're sorry, because Kane's never spoken a word yet. And Kane, instead of speaking, well, he struck down Hogan, chokeslam Vince McMahon again, and that was it. Kane no longer will be in the eyes of the corporation. That will start a Kane versus Hulk Hogan feud properly. So that's our first match for Hogan post WrestleMania. Hogan and Kane, with Vince McMahon forcing Steve Austin to face Ken Shamrock. Austin won't get his rematch. So 100 rated for the opening segment. This is a very good tag team match. Toyota and Yokota showed excellent chemistry teaming together. Well, there you go. There's your new tag team. Yokota and Toyota, well, similar names, I suppose. 48 and 70. Holy crap. Bulls 56, Arja 64, 69 rated match for the women. Now that is something special. Alright, well, we've just found a great little gem there. Very good. 69. I'm happy about that one. Backstage segment, well, we weren't meant to put Owen Hart and Double J on the camera, but that's okay. Triple H telling the New Age Outlaws that he will be in their corner for their match against Owen Hart and Double J. So he'll be out there, he'll support them, and obviously this is starting to lead towards Triple H and the New Age Outlaws breaking up. DX starting to slide. So low storyline heat for the Outlaws and Owen Hart, Double J. So this should help the heat big time with Triple H being involved. Yoshida cut a promo hyping herself up with Howard Finkel. Yep, the Fink gets a chance to be on the show. Has a gimmick that's stale. Well, one appearance and he's stale. I don't think Howard Finkel's been on TV ever in the series. He maybe, but I can't recall. But I guess we'll use him as our backstage interviewer when we can ever be bothered to use one. I always forget, but we need to start using them more because someone like Finkel could definitely help a segment. So 40 for that one. Al Snow got a quick win over Brooklyn Brawler. Al Snow 57, Brooklyn Brawler 39. So Al Snow definitely can go. Ultimate Warrior cut a promo on Regal and Finlay for 71. Yeah, I guess it's going to bring down the storyline heat with this Warrior doing it. Whenever Warrior does anything, it's going to bring it down. Unfortunately, I'm sorry Regal, I'm sorry Finlay, but you just can't carry the Warrior no matter what you do. Alright, 71 for the promo. Was the match any better? Okay, 79. Gained the heat back that we probably lost. Regal and Finlay have great chemistry. Warrior and Finlay, rather. I keep saying Regal. Finlay had an 80 rated performance. Finlay. Warrior had 71. So we need to almost switch this feud. Make it Finlay and Warrior instead. Because these two actually had a pretty nice match. 79. A 6-minute match, not even. And they were able to produce 79. Wow. Finlay was... that's the best I've seen Finlay perform. That's incredible. So Regal tried to interfere, but he botched it and ended up helping Ultimate Warrior win accidentally. Edge took on Grandmaster Sexay for 61, gaining heat actually for the storyline. Well, that's a worry. When 61 gains heat, you know you're in a bit of trouble, but that's fine. Edge 59 as a singles, that was good. Grandmaster 52, so both guys as a singles can get it done very, very well. 61. Chrissy Vane was introduced to the audience when Jim Cornette had her as, well, his special guest. Cornette saying that Chrissy Vane was a friend of his, and he brought her in. So young, innocent girl coming in, Jim Cornette introducing her to the craziness of the WWF. And whilst that happened, Kane walked backstage, and Chrissy Vane, well, geez, she had her eye on Kane. She was quite intrigued, quite interested in Kane. And yes, so Chrissy Vane, that's kind of how we start getting this to happen. In the start getting this pairing to happen. 77. And the main event, well, didn't quite deliver as good as I was hoping. 79. Steve Austin, 93. Goldust, 74. So both guys did well. I guess lack of storyline, didn't quite get it over the mark, but luckily it won't affect anything really, because the storyline took place afterwards. Steve Austin obviously beat Goldust, and we had Shamrock. There you go. So Shamrock, who, well, Dawn Marie's now with Shamrock as well, so that's fine. She can come out there and support Ken Shamrock. He took down Steve Austin, hit him with the ankle lock, and we had to get referees, officials, everyone to try and separate Shamrock from Steve Austin. Because Austin was never going to tap. Shamrock demanding that he tapped out. Austin was not going to tap. And eventually all the officials broke it up. So Shamrock perhaps injuring Austin a little bit with the ankle lock. There. So that will kick off that feud between Shamrock and Austin, which gives us Hogan and Kane, Shamrock and Austin, two big feuds going on right now on Raw, and an 85 rated show overall. So Raw is in a pretty good position. Smackdown, on the other hand, a bit of work to be done, but Raw, surprisingly, I would have thought it'd be the other way around. Raw's looking pretty good with their pretty consistent show ratings. New match of the year. Let's have a look at this. Last night, Nitro, Bret Hart beat DDP and is bound to be a top contender for match of the year. Well, let's take a look at Nitro. 100 rated. Bret Hart and DDP. Wow. It's still only got an 87 show. The rest of the show must have been shit. Wow. Okay, so Conan had a double count out with Wrath. Eddie Guerrero defeated Glacier for 78. That's better. Outsiders, Vicious Delicious, 76. Face of Fear, Bookie Knight, 72. Yeah, okay, well, the rest of the show was pretty shit, but Bret Hart and DDP, 100 rated in the main event. Wow, so it goes to show you put the right guys in the right place on the card. Nitro can easily compete with us. Actually beat Raw this week. So now that we've split the rosters up, I'm sure Nitro will have a lot more wins than usual. So Beulah's contract's up. She actually has some okay wrestling ability. We definitely need her just for the sheer basis that we need some sex appeal. So we'll give her a 1-year extension. Alright, so Test and Scorpio don't have good or bad chemistry, so neutral. Ultimo and X-Pac are neutral, which is probably good. Mark Henry and William Regal have great chemistry, so that might be your next feud after Ultimate Warrior. So poor William Regal might have to go from Warrior to Mark Henry. Does it? It is an improvement, I guess. I guess. Chris Jericho and The Rock, neutral chemistry. Come on, Jericho and The Rock's gonna have good chemistry. Warren Finley, yeah, we did figure that one out on our own. Great chemistry, couldn't believe it. Owen Hart and Brian Pillman have great chemistry as tag team partners. Alright, so this is Smackdown. Let's take a look at the results. We opened up with The Rock, Mankind, and Undertaker. Mankind attempting to cheer up The Rock by holding a party for him. The Rock obviously lost against Taker at WrestleMania. He's been in a sour mood. He's been pissed off for the last number of weeks. Mankind saying, alright, let me try and cheer The Rock up. He's my best friend. Let me try and cheer him up. Let's have a party for him. And look, The Rock wasn't too impressed, but it was all going relatively good until The Undertaker came out and ruined it all and ended up attacking Mankind and The Rock. Well, at least destroying destroying the set, if you will. 99. Headbangers took on the Acolytes. That was a 76 rated match. That's a pretty strong matchup there, I gotta say. Mosh 54, Thrasher 53, Farouk 73, Bradshaw, excellent, 79. Very, very good stuff. 76 overall. Big Show was backstage. Okay, not a great segment here with Shane McMahon. So, Shane McMahon asking Big Show to help make sure that Mark Mero doesn't get in the building here tonight and in the future. So, Big Show, he's on door duty. Of all things the Big Show could be doing, he's stuck on door duty. And that's where the corporations seem at the moment. The Patriot lost against Gangrel for 48 rated match. Gangrel 50, that's relatively good. The Patriot 44. Has he still got ring rust? Yes, still rusty. Might take a while for that to come off. Shouldn't take too long though. But Patriot, the problem is he's declining. If he wasn't declining, I don't think we would release him, but he is, so he's got no value anymore. He's always going to be penalized. He's got a little bit of pop to give until we release him, so we'll have him take a few L's to some of our guys coming through, maybe give him a little bit of a boost up before we move the Patriot on. We had a vignette of Rick Rude training in the gym, getting ready for our in-ring return, 75, so we're teasing that Rick Rude might be coming back soon. About a month away until he's able to return. Alright, we had a fatal 4-way with our lightweight. Not a fatal 4-way, a 4 versus 4 is what I'm trying to say. 8-man tag team match. We had Crash Holly, Super Crazy, and Bad Influence teamed up to take on Hayabusa, Scorpio, Taka, and the Tiger Mask for 61 overall. Individually, Kaz, 44. Fallen Angel, 59. Super Crazy, 48. Crash Holly, 36. Tiger Mask, 31. Taka was the best, 64. Hayabusa, very good, 59. Scorpio, 48. So, that's pretty good stuff there, I gotta say, for the 4 versus 4 tag team match. 61 is probably better than I expected. Basically, the purpose of this match is to get all the lightweights out there on TV. Get them in a match, try and get their popularity to that benchmark of 40. Val Venus and Sunny hyping themselves up as Val Venus says he's going to be the future of Smackdown. And here's our main event, a good one. Alright, The Rock, 93, Kurt Angle, 88, Vampiro was weak with 67, but Undertaker carried him through for 93. An 89 rated match, finally a good match on SmackDown. It's about time. We keep The Rock, Mankind, and Taker's storyline steady, whereas Kurt Angle and Vampiro will improve. An 89 rated match with Kurt Angle and The Rock winning, The Rock pinned, well actually The Rock made Vampiro tap out by the looks of it. So, great match, finally, something good. Vampiro ruined the match, should have been 90 plus. Probably, but look, Vampiro, this is a chance to get him some main event time. A chance to try and improve him, get him some popularity by having him work with some top guys, and I think so far it's working. And the final segment, we had Mankind storm the ring and he attacked Undertaker. He was fuming that the Undertaker ruined his party early on the night, and Vampiro's trying to help Taker fend him off. Then the Ministry with Kazarian and Fallen Angel, they come out to try and help, but they failed as The Rock and Kurt Angle got themselves involved and they threw them all out of the ring. So that will advance both storylines this time, both gaining heat for 99. So a good closer to the show. So a couple of good segments. And finally, SmackDown had a good match and some good segments. We are on track. Finally, we have fixed SmackDown's issues for now. An 88 rated show, so that is our best SmackDown we've done to date. Very good. Okay, so this is Sunday Night Heat. Let's take a look. Mark Mero's trying to get into the building with the Big Show standing in his way. Mero bought a ticket. He's trying to sit in his seat, but the Big Show, well, he makes sure that Mark Mero gets the hell out of the arena. I mean, why wouldn't he? It's the Big Show. But Shane McMahon's got the Big Show on, door duty. And that's something that Big Show isn't exactly thrilled to do, but he's done his job here tonight. Mark Mero continues to try to sneak in and continues to try and cause issues for Shane. And they get him out there. Yokota and Toyota teamed up tonight. Once again, they have great chemistry. And they took on Mary, Apache, and Jazz. Apache, great for her gimmick. Jazz, great for her gimmick. And doesn't this give me a bit of a reminder? The fans don't want to see Jazz wrestle. I don't blame them, to be honest. I don't. But Jazz already doesn't exactly thrill the fans. Not a great start. So Yokota, 55. That's great. Toyota, 70. Jazz, 13, got no pop to be fair, and Apache 21. So Apache looked good, Jazz clearly not. That's why we got her on a paper appearance, so we can get rid of her when she sucks. Yes, Toyota is excellent, Sheba, she's very, very good. We picked the right one, I think, so we give them the win anyways, Toyota and Yokota. Test cuts a promo on Scorpio, gaining some heat for his storyline, 56. Georgia helping out Test during the segment as well, so a nice little addition to Test's character. The Patriot took an L to Hardcore Holly, who only performed at 36. Yeah, they don't have any chemistry either, so that didn't help. Hardcore Holly, this injury is really hurting him. He's even taking some painkillers too. I mean, who could blame him? He is injured. So Holly, quite honestly, probably needs to take some time off. Him wrestling at the moment just isn't a good idea. Pillman's at rehab and talking more about his recovery. So Pillman trying to get ready to return into the ring and just trying to make sure that he doesn't fall back to his old ways with his drug issues. Ivory took on Akira Hakuto for 47. Ivory 41. Akira 45. So Akira isn't on that same level that you see Toyota, even Yokota, Archer and Bull. You don't see her on that same level, but she still is pretty solid. So she, if we had a women's, upper mid card, that type of situation, she would probably be in the upper mid card type of area rather than a top star of the women's division. Main event saw Martial Law take on Pimp Nation for a 64. D'Lo and Beulah are a bad pairing. Alright, we're going to fix that. I thought I already had fixed that, but okay. Takada 54. Steve Blackman 62. He was the best on Martial Law. Dan Severn 59. That's pretty impressive. D'Lo 53. The Godfather 66. And Val Venus was the best in the match for 72. So, once again, yes, Takada needs to turn babyface. Needs to turn heel. He's currently babyface, so that might bring things down a little bit when he's involved. But that's okay. That's not a bad match. Not a bad. So Takada had 54, despite the fact I don't think he's got any popularity at all. So that's promising. 64 match and a 64 show. Look, with Heat now, we're looking to bring the ratings down from that 70 to 80 to that 65, 70 area. We're not looking to overload Heat too much anymore and make it more of a mid-carded show until it is finished up. So WCW had a pay-per-view called Spring Stampede. Let's take a look. 85 rated show. Rick Steiner beating Randy Savage for 91. Wow, Rick's getting it done. To retain, he still is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Lex Luger defeated Mang for 78. Kurt Hennig defeated Lenny Lane to keep the TV title for 80. Ray Traylor beat Lodi for 69 to keep the US title. Boogie Nights defeated Jet Set 76. Prince Aikai defeated Kiwi, Kidman, and Siaki for the Cruiserweight title. So he won the Cruiserweight title, Prince Aikai, for 60. Goldberg and Sting had a big brawl for 85. Steve McMichael beat Corporal Kijun for 48. Saturn beat Rocco and Spicoli and Wrath for 63. Mortis beat Ahmed Johnson for 74. Wow, Ahmed Johnson getting it done. Maybe it was Mortis. I don't know. I'm going to say it was Ahmed. My pushing of Ahmed Johnson made him a star. And Dean Malenko beat Chris Adams on the opening match as well. A couple pre-show matches as well. So overall, apart from that one strong main event match, the card was pretty lousy. So there you go. No Sting, no Bret Hart wrestling, no Guerrero. All the top guys, you just stick them on the card, you'll have a good show. And they didn't put him on the card. Mortis 47. What's Ahmed now? 50? And they banged out a 74 match. That's incredible. Mortis and Ahmed at 74 with those stats. That's pretty incredible. Well done. Alright, so Raven has officially left WCW. So I don't know how we're going to introduce Raven either. I mean, the situation we've got is probably him joining up with Edge and Christian. So we'll have a think about that and see where we go with Raven. But that's probably the first thing for him. Alright, this is Raw as War. Let's take a look. So the pre-show, Ken Shamrock announces that he is dating Dawn Marie. So we advanced that one there. So not a great segment actually. Vince McMahon and Jim Cornette. Well, we lost a little bit of heat for this one. They are arguing over the Backlash upcoming matches. And they eventually agree that Austin and Shamrock, Hogan and Kane will be the matches that take place. So they're trying to figure out what's going to be the matches for Backlash. Cornette's not happy that Vince McMahon, was not allowing him to have his say because, of course, Cornette has the power, blah, blah, blah. So they eventually agreed to those two matches. Edge and Christian are teasing that they've got a friend that will be joining them soon. So, saying that they're going to even up the odds of this situation with Too Cool. They know they're outnumbered, but they've got a plan up their sleeve for the future. The Patriot took on Takada. Patriot 41, Takada 56. Yes, Takada, poor reaction because his turn is being teased, but we have to make it happen. Anyone want to pronounce this finisher name? Fuji Gatame? That's his finisher. Did I say Fuji? I mean Juji. My bad. I'm blind. Yeah, so good luck with that one. Alright, 46 for the match. Takada debuted a new spot that will showcase his athletic ability. His psychology will be helped. Okay, well I think psychology might have been one of the issues that he had, so that will actually help him big time. So we'll take a quick look at that later on. Don Callis is hyping up Martial Law as a group though for 73. And we had Severin Blackman and Takada all involved there. Takada now has 5 segments. I think we're ready to turn him officially. Turn went badly. Look, it's too soon since his last turn, so it was always going to probably go badly, but at least we weren't penalised for it being too soon. 73. He's a really strong match. This gives me a lot of hope for both of these guys as singles. Jeff Jarrett and Billy Gunn banged out a 90 rated match. Jeff Jarrett 84, Billy Gunn 77, the storyline bringing it up to 90. Well, there you go. Both guys might have the ability to go all the way as singles and be low tier main event guys. Very, very handy. Very promising. British Brawlers. Wow, we even had a good match with Ultimate Warrior. What is it? What is going on? Regal 76, Finley 67, Al Snow 54, Warrior 62. The British Brawlers deliver it again. They are somehow managing to get Warrior to have decent matches here. 78 for the match. Wow. How good is this? Mark Henry and Jim Cornette. This combination is just magic. Cornette's teasing that Mark Henry is going to have a change in attitude when we see him back in the ring next. So Henry, he's switching things up, going away from his previous style. 98. So it's just magic when Cornette and Henry are together. Always great segments. Main event was good as well, as Steve Austin and Kane teamed up to take on the Golden Oddities. I don't know how we managed to get an 89 with the Golden Oddities in the main event. We did it though. Kane 88, Austin 94, Golga 52, Goldust 73, and we have somehow performed a miracle. 89. Now look, the Austin Hogan angle was continued. I don't know. I guess the fact that Kane and Austin aren't affiliated, that's why it advanced. Okay. It didn't lose any storyline heat, which doesn't give me a lot of hope that the storyline heat is that high anymore, so we probably dropped it. So we have to try and rebound that in the next segment, hopefully. But Kane and Austin pick up the win over the Oddities after Chrissy Vane gave the distraction onto Golga, allowing Kane to pick up the win. So Chrissy Vane getting herself involved and making her presence felt. This will help the last segment of the show with 100 rated. So our storyline will get a bit of a boost up here with Shamrock and Hogan teasing an assault on Austin and Kane, but they back away and they'll save it for the pay-per-view. So teasing a little bit there. And a 91 rated Raw. Alright, that's a good show. 2 good matches on the card, got us up there to a very, very good show overall. And we just had enough women on the show, I think, to satisfy the criteria. So overall, we ticked a few boxes there. That's a great show. Set Chrissy as Kane's manager. Ryan, chill. It hasn't happened yet. We've got to make the storyline play out. She hasn't got the attention of Kane yet. Oh boy, Hulk Hogan is now making the entire locker room hate Steve Austin even more. Strike 2 from Hogan. Why is it? Why is it every time this happens, it's after we have a great show? You know, we have a great show, I'm feeling good, we're on a high, then Shawn Michaels or Hulk Hogan, whoever it may be, just let us come crashing straight back down to reality. Why is it every time that happens? All these people now hate Steve Austin. So we're still trying to fix The Rock, and now we're going to have Austin. He's going to have all these issues now as well. Bret Hart had a 99 with Randy Savage. Why do they put Bret Hart on pay-per-view? Just put Bret Hart on pay-per-view and you're going to have a good pay-per-view every time. The Outsiders defeated Glacier and Ernest Miller for 81. Scott Norton defeated Prince Ikai and Grunge. Luger and Sting beat Torrential Rain. That was a 90 rated match. Wow. And Meng beat Sick Boy for 67. 28 rating, 14,000 nearly in attendance, 90 rated show. That's impressive, WCW. That is very, very impressive. They are starting to get things right. You put the right guys in the right spots, it'll work. Chrissy Vane, she's had a few segments now. She's got 8 pop. Takada, obviously not a great turn. Still got 40. So it won't affect him too much. How's the Patriot traveling? He's at a few L's. Yep, he's almost run out of juice. He's nearly lost everything he's got to give. Yes, a memorial show for the bad Brian Pillman. Rest in peace. Who's on the card? The new Blackjacks beat Angle. Kurt Angle's working it, and Val Venus. So, oh my god, Barry and Bradshaw reunited for a tag match. Oh my god, Angle and Val Venus teamed up. Harlem Heat beat Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock for 77. Rikishi beat Aguila. Spicoli beat Whipwreck. Draws and Crash Holly working as well. Oh, I saw Hogan. I thought that said Hulk Hogan, but it's Horace Hogan. I was gonna say, I swear to God, if Hulk Hogan works a freaking independent show but won't work a Raw match, I was gonna flip. But no. Lance Storm and Bubba defeated Kendall and Kirchner. So is that Bubba Ray? Yep. Yeah. Charmel and Kimona wrestled. On what planet do these two women wrestle? Well, apparently. Even Kimona getting in the ring now? Alright. That's her first ever match. Apart from the evening gown match we made her have. Alright. Sure. Simon Diamond beat Matt Striker and Madman Pondo beat Balls Mahoney. So all the stars coming out. Yet not a great overall show. But there you go. Brian Pillman. You know, all we needed is for Brian Pillman to wrestle on that show. Yes, as Sheridan said, all we needed, the icing on the cake, is if Brian Pillman wrestled his own memorial show. That would have been amazing. But fortunately, he did not. So Brian Pillman having his own memorial show. Yep, that happened. Goldust and Al Snow have neutral chemistry as opponents. Undertaker and Kurt Angle, neutral chemistry. And Austin and Pillman, neutral as tag partners. So if we had had the original Brian Pillman, he and Austin should have had good chemistry together. But because it's an imported Brian Pillman, all the chemistry factors are eliminated. Alright guys, that'll do it for today's stream. Thank you so much to all of you coming out. Another great turnout for the Attitude Era. Looks like you guys are really enjoying it, so I appreciate you guys coming out again.